at Seton LaSalle for 21 years. How does it feel to be a part of it?
Feels amazing.
I mean, it's like we've been working so hard, and it's a surreal feeling. Like when that clock hit 0, like I started crying immediately. Like it's surreal.
Feels amazing.
Great.
Feels great.
Great. It's everything I ever thought it was going to be.
And to have 3 touchdowns too, game-winning touchdown, interception, is that more of what you thought it could be?
I mean, I didn't know I was going to do that, but I kind of envisioned in my head, like if I go out there and play my best, like we're going to come home with the wins.
Was that must be feeling pretty good, huh?
I'm feeling great.
Was that something you guys kind of had up your sleeve today? With that direct snap?
It was something his brother put in the beginning of the week, the offensive coordinator, Coach Dave. And I actually told him, I was like, it's called Psycho, that package. I said, that's going to win us a WPIAL Championship. And it did.
Well, talk about the interception, because you were down 2 touchdowns. They had just forced a fumble, and it looked like they were taking control of the game, and then you picked off that pass. What was your read?
My read was, I'm not losing this game, and I saw him roll out, and I was like, he's just gonna hit that short little out route, and I just dropped back and fell right in my hands.
So overall, based on like the whole season, you guys started off with some adversity throughout the year. How do you think the tone of this game really was a microcosm of it? What's it really been the message when it comes to responding to adversity?
I'll start good on one. Really, it was never in our locker room. It was never prove everybody wrong. It was prove ourselves right, because we knew what we had and we knew where we could go.
It's just a couple guys left, and especially me and Will, like we weren't worried. We didn't get discouraged that everybody said the big dogs left and these guys left. They're great players, but we got dogs over here all across the roster. And we lost our first game. We came on slow, but after that game, like we really came together, and like all we had was us, and we just kept moving forward.
We all came together as a team, and we went on from there.
I feel like we did a great job, whole team coming together, becoming a family. Got closer this season. A lot came together, and I'm just proud of everybody to be a part of this.
Nothing really changed. We knew what we were going to do this season. We knew how far we were going to go. Locker room energy stayed the same every day, every practice. We knew we were going to win. We knew we were going to be here.
I'd just like to say Jaden Rivers and Logan Highmarch were here 4 years ago when there was 0-10, and they stuck it out, and they're the foundation of this program just as much as all of us are, and this whole team is.
How did you kind of handle this from a management standpoint of handling when those kids left, things like that, trying to keep some answers with schemes and things like that, keeping everything on track?
It was hard because of the timing. We went to Toledo with a full roster of different kids, and passing 707, I think we were 5-1. We're coming up from the bus and went to the beach the 4th of July, and I come back and lost 7 kids. I don't know if people know that. It's not Khalil Taylor. It's 6 starters plus Khalil Taylor and Anthony Smith. That's 7 starters. So the North Catholic game, we didn't know who to play at quarterback, what plays to call, what our personnel was, who should be the slot receiver, who should be. The only thing we knew was we had a really good offensive line, and we felt good about our defense. But we had a really strong JV team last year. I think we were 5 or 6-1. We played some 5 and 4A schools and won a lot of games. So it was just an opportunity for those kids to get on the field a lot faster. We were going to be talented for a couple years, and we ended up starting 6 sophomores instead of 6 juniors and seniors.
For yourself, to kind of look back on the last 4 years, where you started when you got here, where you are now, just what's that kind of feel like now to see it all come to fruition like this?
God is good. I pray every morning, and attitude of gratitude, and 0-10, and it was a long trying year, and my wife's like, why are we doing this? And the next year it was a little bit better, and then we had lighting in a bottle, and all these kids started coming, and they all left. So the foundation's here. People don't realize what a coaching staff is, and we have 16 coaches, and it wasn't like day one, hey, everyone wants to coach at Seton LaSalle, and then imagine calling people and saying, hey, you want to come coach on our 0-10 football team, and then the following year it was like, oh, you got Khalil Taylor, I want to coach him, and then Will Martin, and started adding up, and then Aaron and D-Man, and, you know, the following year, it was like 30 DMs on Twitter, hey, here's my resume. But we got a staff of guys that believe in each other. The kids love them. They're really prepared. I think we work harder than anyone around here. Just game planning, preparation, organization. You know, so it's all come together, and you know, we're happy that it played out today.
Did you have to say much to the team after the second fumble and you're down 14-0? It looked like they could have taken control of the game, and then Will comes up big. Just was looking for that person to make a play.
You know, it happened last week too. Last year we were down this game 14-0, and we didn't have the chemistry in the locker room to overturn that. And I really believe in team chemistry and high character kids, and belief in each other, and keep fighting to the end. And last week we were down to Washoe, really good Washoe team, 19-7, and our tailback twisted his ankle, didn't play the rest of the game, and we figured out how to win. And this week it was 14-0, and when you're in the moment, you're just counting on your guys to make plays, and Will started it off, and then we got in the end zone, and then it was like, okay, we're in this game, there's some time left, we got a whole quarter left, and we knew if we got the ball back, we felt good about what we were doing. When we started the game, kicking off in the second quarter, we turned a touchdown, and then we fumbled. It's 14-0, I mean, it's not like, you know, we were worried about them scoring on us. You know, we thought that we were gonna be able to shut them down, and make Mark still earn his 45 or 50 carries. You know, I think the referees helped us a lot with some good calls, which was great. But yeah, we felt good about it. Once Will got that pick, we got the first score, we were in a good situation.
You talked about your offensive line. In the fourth quarter, it seemed like you guys were running free, or you believe you were wearing them down.
We do. Our guys are tough. They're a group of kids that are very strange and together and awkward. And they hunt and they fight, and they want like when you call a play, they don't want to tell you about it. They're running right up the middle. We got these guys. We got these. We just had to get a situation where we could do that. It's tough, 14-0, but once we got the first one, the second one, there was no question that last series if we got the ball back, what we were planning on doing. And like I said, Coach Dave's our OC, my brother, and we put in a psycho package to Will. He broke his hand again for like the third time. We were snapping him the ball like week 5, and then he was out and he had a cast, and then we're like, can you catch the ball? He said, I can catch it, and then he got the cast off 2 weeks ago, so we haven't been practicing it. But what you just saw there, we put it in on Monday. You know, shouts off to Avonworth and Duchonkor, who I make fun of every time I talk to him about running the Wildcat, and he just looked at me and goes, you guys run the Wildcat more than us. So, but yeah, we were going to snap the ball to Will. We even said in overtime, we were going to try to kick the field goal.
With that said, a big plays in the game came in the first half, and you had the goal line stand, and you stopped them inside the 10. Talk about that.
It was crazy. I think they threw a pass up in the air, and it looked like, I thought he was out of bounds. I didn't really see it, but it was on our sideline, and they caught it at the 1 with like 19 seconds left. I don't think they had a timeout. And then they tried to run a play real quick, and we stopped them, and then I don't know if they would have been able to get the next one off, but apparently they fumbled. I didn't know they fumbled, and then officials came in, and then they said it's our ball, so now we gotta get.
There was a fourth down play.
That was fourth down?
Yeah, for the Will.
That wasn't a fumble?
No, he said
It was fourth down.
I just know they're on a 1 yard line, we got the ball. Our main concern when we had it was getting the heck out of there. We're on the inch-yard line, we want to get a safety.
Who was in the main? Who do you believe was the main guys that stopped that play?
It was up the middle. I don't know. I mean, interior lineman, man, I don't know.
That front 7.
Yeah,
Front 7.
I'd have to watch the film. It was
The
tough.
whole box.
And, there's some big plays by Elijah Hickman. I think he was actually in first on that tackle. And he had the batted down pass also, I think, in there. How big was he with some of the plays he made?
He's just a really good athlete. And he's been great for us all year. And really stepped it up. And you know, he made a lot of good plays tonight. Well, again, sophomores. I could bring 10 sophomores up there right now you can talk to too. The future's program looks bright.
What does all this kind of say about Seton LaSalle football? I mean, you had a broken hand, you guys were down 14-0. How does your program kind of push you to get better each game?
It's our coaching staff for sure. Like, it's how many people are on the coaching staff? 16. It's 16 dudes who want to get better every day. Like, they bring the energy, and it's like, it's Coach Tim leading it. It's toughness. That's what the message is. Like, we want a tough team that hits, that plays 4-quarter football. Like 11 hats to a ball. That's what the program is. what Rebel Pride is. Like, we have pride in our team, and you know, when we're down in situations or we make a mistake, we pick each other up, and we're like, we're gonna win this game. It doesn't matter how far we get down, whatever happens. We know like the outcome of it. We know we're gonna stick together and have pride in each other and love each other as brothers.
Could you repeat the question, please?
What does all this kind of say about Seton LaSalle football to be able to come back from disadvantages, like being down 14-0 and like losing your team over the summer?
Just our ability to come together, and I feel like that's like a testimony of the work we put in from all the way from January when we lost here last year, and we've just been putting in work since, and just coming together as a team, and obviously the coaching staff. A huge credit to the coaches. Like our defensive coordinator, Coach Nolte, he's all about toughness. Like, if we're not tougher than the other team, we ain't gonna win. Like, that's our motto. And you know, the seniors and everybody else on the team, like, we just refuse to go home, and we want to keep going.
Same way he said.
Like the whole team's been pushing each other to get better. So Will and Aaron, great leaders. I feel like everybody up here is a great leader. We're just bringing everybody together. Just be a better friend.
I'd say it's our team chemistry. I feel like we've really gotten closer with each other over these past like 10 weeks. We've become family. And I have full faith in my brothers that they're gonna handle their job, and I know I'm gonna handle my job.
And after falling short last year, this championship must feel pretty sweet right now, huh?
Feels pretty good. It's been a long, you know, people are supposed to let it go and move on, but it took me about 3 months. I just kept watching the game.
Dude, man.
I just watched that pitcher play, but could have done that, we could have done that. You know, you learn from everything. You know, maybe some decisions and stuff we did a little bit differently, but we knew when we got into this what we wanted to do, and it was play strong defense. And we knew that championship football in Pittsburgh on that field, which you're a little bit slower than a turf. We were planning on being physical, you know, run, stop the run. That's all we focused on. And I don't think we even complete a pass.
Yeah, we won
Yeah.
game.
We were like, I think we completed a pass.
First championship for Seton LaSalle since 2004. Talk about that.
We've got a great alumni base. Great alumni base. They're really supportive. We raised $40,000 in alumni donations to remodel the locker room in the last 2 years. Which is just soliciting, hey, my name's Tim Storino, text message, email, whatever we're trying to do, and just start writing checks. And the amount of text I've got from alumni email. I mean, Tom Donahoe emailed me yesterday, the former GM of the Steelers, who's our former coach in the 79-80 team, championship team. Just support from the school community. There's Rebel Pride. It's nice to bring it back and, you know, keep it going, hopefully.
Just for Will and Aaron, your coach called Deron Barksdale one of his favorite players coming into the game. How tough was he to tackle, and did you have a good feeling that if you were able to slow him down, you'd have a good chance of winning this game?
Yeah, I mean, first, like, hats off to that dude. He's a great player on both sides of the ball. He's hard to tackle. Like, you know, our DC just like are talking about like just swarm like gang tackle. Like, we need to get bodies on him. You know, we were confident. We come out and we stop the run with Barksdale. We'll have a good chance to win. But he's a dude. You know, hats off to that dude. Like I said. But we did our job.
He's a really good player. I have a lot of respect for him. It definitely makes the game fun when you play against someone like that, because it's not fun to play against soft people. Like, that kid is a hard player, hard football player. Like, he didn't give up to the end, and I have a lot of respect for that. You know, but stopping that, it was hard. I myself missed a tackle against him in open space. You know, we probably missed a couple of tackles, but you know, we kept bouncing back, and we definitely made some adjustments to stop it in the second quarter, or second half, I think, or yes, whatever.
Will, how are you feeling after you scored that go-ahead touchdown?
It was pretty cool. Like, I don't know. I just didn't imagine I was gonna have 3 touchdowns a day. Like, the line, it's all about the line and everybody in that package blocking and the coaches calling and having trust in me. And I think, the trust in me, like I knew if I had a difference to change this game, I could change it. And seeing those open holes, like it felt pretty great. And once I realized, like when I scored that third one, I was like, we pretty much won this. It felt pretty good.
And Coach, just talk about the second half. You, after going down 14-0, you're able to rally after that. Just talk about that.
Yeah, well, I think we've been through that, just resilient kids that aren't gonna quit, and we're gonna play till the end, and, 14-0, and we made a big play, and we got a touchdown, and we got some momentum, and, we fought a little bit, and forced a couple punts, and, we kind of caught them on that first punt. I think we got a face mask call, which really hurt the momentum, and then we stopped them right again, and forced another punt, and went down, tied the game, and, we figured it was better overtime, so we stopped them again, and got the ball back with, 2:40 to go, 3 minutes. I think we went 80 yards. 80 yards to win it with 2:40 to go, and I think we handed the ball to Cameron Freeman 5 or 6 times for 50 yards. I can't remember, maybe Ty Jones split a counter